Okay, welcome back to the show. So, should I feel bad because I'm not feeding my children, say, goldfish, Dairy Queen, and donuts on dates? Should I feel bad about that? Should you feel bad about that? Get this question a lot. A lot of parents do feel bad about that, and I think it's okay not to feel bad about that. As parents, as aunts, uncles, grandparents, even friends of our children, everybody wants to bring that sparkle to their eye, right? And we want to see our children light up when we come around, when we get home from work. When we're out and about, when we're in the vicinity of our children, we want them, lit up. Like, whoa, these people are the most awesome people ever. And of course, a simple way of doing this, I would say an overutilized trick to bring that sparkle to our children, is a treat, right? T-R-E-A-T, a treat. Some sugary, colorful processed goodie that they can enjoy, get that dopamine rush. Maybe it's like they do their performance at church, they finish their recital, they score a goal in their soccer game, they make a couple baskets in their basketball game, they complete their chores. Oh my goodness, they're maybe they're just having a rough day, just off day for the kiddo. Potentially it's the end of the school year. You know what that means? Treat time, right? You name it, the answer is food goodies, right? And sometimes this is not the best answer. So something, that when we give them the goodies, it just like kind of jolts their dopamine response. It looks like everything just turned on in the child. They have this big smile on their face, all because of this, sugary processed food snack they just consumed. And guess what? Now we're happy because they're happy. It is a beautiful thing. Of course, it may be decreasing their risk of, or I shouldn't say decreasing, but increasing their risk of things like diabetes, heart disease, obesity, dementia, potentially cancer, autoimmune conditions, arthritis, and later on in life, literally sugar addiction. But who cares, right? It's so much easier to pacify them and to make them feel happy in that moment by giving them this feel-good sensation, this dopamine rush that brings a smile to their face. And so many people say, hey, it's okay, they'll burn it off, right? The kids, they're running around, they're burning it off. The thing is, it's not about calories, it's about information for their body. And processed food is information that is not supporting the life blood of their system. It's going to make them crazy in the end. So I understand that this is happening a lot and that people are feeling like, what choice do I have? I just got to do it. This is what happens post-soccer game. We do snacks. And I know this because my kids play soccer and I have parents come in all the time who are concerned about their child sticking out or they're concerned about their child's health, but they kind of refuse to take the reins when it comes to what their child's going to consume when they're out and about, when they're at school, when they're out on the bus, when they're at the soccer field, snack time, all this kind of stuff. So what I would like to consider is this: easy now often leads to harder later. It is easy to not take out the garbage when it's full, but then the garbage gets full, right? And my wife does not get happy. It's easy to watch TV when we get home from work and just like, man, kids, go do something else. I'm going to watch TV. I mean, that could be easy, but then what is the result of that? It's easy to say, sure, kids, you can have a Capri Sun, Chips Ahoy cookies, no big deal. Get it, all the other kids are getting at the soccer game. You have it too. Versus, going home, making a meal, making a snack from home, bringing, thinking ahead and bringing something for them to consume. That's so much easier. It's easy to give our kids, say, an iPad, to keep their attention, as opposed to taking time to train them on how to sit still, right? It's easy to strap our kid into a car seat or say into our stroller. I've done this myself while we're working out so that they don't wander off, they don't get in our way. But what we could potentially do is train them on boundaries and why we want them to not run in the middle of the road. It's easy to grab fast food on the way home from work rather than say, planning a meal ahead of time because we know the coming week is going to be busy or extra busy, or or otherwise we just start up at the grocery store and grab some raw ingredients and put them together when we get home. It's easy to pop a pill, right? Instead of, say, eating real foods, thinking, I'm just going to take a multivitamin, that'll make everything better. It's easy to take painkillers instead of, say, doing the exercises to fix our neck pain and doing that posture work over and over and over again. All these things are easier. And in fact, it's easier to flip the kids on YouTube, have the YouTube teachers teach them about science and mathematics and history and all that, rather than sitting down with them, going through their books, helping them problem solve with us, and working through the problems, or sitting down and reading a book with them. These other things, 100%, I would agree, they are easier in the moment. All of these, and I would say, there's endless more that are easy in the moment. But the thing is, moments all add up. And in the end, what we get is the moments we created versus these moments we pushed aside. These things don't create healthy kids. They don't create healthy relationships between the parents and the child. They don't create healthy relationships between food and the child. They don't create healthy relationships between technology and the child. So how do we want our children to manifest in life? How do we want their health journey to be? How do we want them to experience health? What kind of relationship do we want our kids to have with food? Do we want them to have relationships similar to ours, similar to every other kid? What do we want? And this is crucial we ask this, because I think most of us want our kids to thrive in life. Instant gratification is a huge issue. Do we want our kids to be instant gratification humans, or humans capable of delaying gratification, pushing it off for the greater gain? There's no doubt about it. I think all of us want our kids in the end to get the greater gain versus the instant gratification. Often if my children want something to eat after dinner, I will tell them, okay, kids, go run laps in the yard, like 20 laps, touch the fences back and forth. Or do a bunch of burpees, do so many, always give them a number to hit. Maybe I'll have my account for them. Do so many jump ropes, do some squats, jumping jacks, any kind of activity that, basically gets them out of the capacity for instant gratification, forces them to do something in between this thing their body wants to do, is urging them to do. And this isn't necessarily for, candy or dessert, because our kids don't get candy, but it's for, like, if they want an apple or goat milk or blueberries after dinner, or say they want some dried mangoes, or maybe it's cooking from Mama Ama's her cookies, which are cursing me delicious. But I know from experience and from loads of scientific inquiry that the capacity to delay gratification is directly in line with life success. In delaying gratification, that is just literally just saying, I'm going to wait. My body currently wants this urge, this thing, and I'm going to hold off for an hour, for 2 hours, for a day, for a week, for a month. And that delayed gratification, it literally is a superpower. It's a superpower. And it's directly correlated to life success, directly. And I want my children, like I'm sure you want your children to, succeed beyond measure. Like, is there anything better than seeing our children succeed in life on all levels? So if we follow the marketing of the standard age, everything going out there, then yes, we're going to get wrapped up in sugar all the time, snacks all the time, processed food, just smiles in the moment, that kind of thing. And, those who follow the marketing, guess what? Unfortunately, they're getting disease, they're getting dysfunction, they're getting underperformance in life, both as adults now, and the same things happen to their children. So kids don't get snacks after soccer games because there was a bunch of children dying of starvation after playing soccer. And we're like, oh my goodness, they need a juice box, they need goldfish to survive. No, that's not what happened. What happened was marketing campaigns came out from juggernaut billion-dollar companies, food companies, who are fantastic marketing. I mean, these people are amazing. They're so good at it. And now their schemes have created this industry that is snacks. That's not even real food. That's just, food with, you hardly even know what the ingredients are. And our kids, of course, are getting loaded down with them. And it seems normal because everybody's doing it. I know what I want my kids to do. I want my kids to thrive. I know you want your kids to thrive as well. And we are so much more superior than any CEO of General Mills, the CDC, my local health public health officers, we are so much superior in our understanding of what our children need and what their daily needs are and how they can thrive. So if you don't step up, and I say for all of us parents, it's time to step up and basically say, you know what, we're going to act together for our children's sake because our children need us so bad. They need us. They need you. And if you don't know what your children need, man, it's time to reach out and ask and figure it out and educate yourself because these are your kids, right? These are the most valuable possession in the history of humanity for you personally, is your children. You created them. So I'm Dr. Matt. I hope you share this video with your friends and your family because we got to empower some people to prosper in their health. And a big part of it is to realize, hey, we can delay gratification. And hey, parents, whoa, let's do what is optimal for our children as opposed to what is easy and convenient for our children in the moment. See you guys later.